The gutter runner helps a lot. Is that PONI? Cannot find anything in this. Oh, he's going with bribes. I could have gone bribes. Is bribe worth it? Probably not. Rarak! I think this is right. Rarak! And it was quite fuck off tumble that washing machine. And it was quite normal to ban star players already. Oh fuck off, it's 4 minutes turn, I'm going to get drunk by this. Set up your players in defense. Do we want goblins in defense? Probably not. What are we putting on the line of scrimmage? Are we trolling me with like? Are we doing like a weird rule of protect Rarik in the middle? Does he have any? Yeah, he has goblin. Doesn't really have that much guards. This looks fucked, but let's do it. Oh, actually, it's more likely to button one's getting hit. Yeah. I guess it's alright, it's fine, I don't care. As long as there's a bit of people here, I'm fine. We got CJ here, everything is alright. How many follows do we actually got? Still got like 879. Yeah. Get that Zoom meeting done. I'll be doing I'm not going anywhere the first couple of hours, Frank. Look, when you're done Zoom meeting, you can always pop in. The Nuffle from the league at Horns Wrestle. Yeah, that's pretty decent. If you can get that going. My team is going to be so slow. Don't touch back! Boo! Rarik! We're going to blitz with Rarik every fucking turn. Who's getting the ball? Is Mr. Fro still getting the ball? How lovely is that? We can go with anybody, but no, Mr. Fro gets the ball. He gets the 5 pluses. But no armor breaks, we'll be back. Back to bully. Glorious. I need to check, why is my spreadsheet not working? If you could... So I got 5 plus on everybody. Guess that's alright. You cannot apply access to the typical local default value for its key matches. What the actually fuck? Is it actually not why? Oh, Jesus! We got. He didn't even. What? Didn't he not even foul? So we're heading with Rarik, of course. So he doesn't really have any guards, because line up. This is going to get awkward if you want to do anything. This is going to be fun. Postman. Is there something wrong with the APIs? Something is just stop fucking working. The BI is not responding. I love her, thank you so much. Yeah, it should be good fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really sad as well because I like a lot of my colleagues a lot. What the fuck is he doing? Ding President, ding President. I don't understand his build at all, but that's another thing. Ooga booga looka. He's strength 3, right? Hey, don't run away. I cannot hide it. I'm so excited. Ah. And a KO. Fuck that. It's resurrection mode. Stop one-dicing me. I'm fucking not taking fire on. Come here with your chainsaw and I can smash it to pieces. I'll keep making him rolling one dice. At one point he might fail. You can get around the back though. Can get round the back. What? Should we send Rarik over to the other side? Or should we send a Blitzer over to the other side? I think we send a Blitzer to the other side. Then Rarik goes hunting from the back. I'm not taking the Goblin over there actually. Think about it. When I think about it, I could have gone for the Goblin. Piling on.
Follow me,
Yeah,
everything is
alright. So we're just putting pressure on and hopefully he will fail. Rolling 5 pluses on 1 point. Especially when he keeps doing 1 dice for funs and giggles. We got the guard, we got the strings on him. So if we keep pressuring up, he should in theory fuck something up at 1 point. I better luck actually hitting him. Because hitting him means that that Black Orc easily can get 2 dice here. Piling on. What does Rag? Got 83. Got jump up. It's not bad. What is this chainsaw for? If it's not for blitzing, for fouling or blitzing. Somebody tell me, what is that chainsaw for in this game? Follow me and everything will be alright. Who are you hitting? You have nobody to hit. And we're dodging again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I did tell you that PONI is of variable quality.
It's fun! I have no clue what he's doing. It's hilarious.
You know, you've heard me say it before, the best swordsman in France does not fear the second best swordsman in France.
And
He's
here,
the swordsman in France because he has no idea what he's going to do.
I have no clue what's going on here. But I'm enjoying it.
PONI's lots of fun. It's not to be taken super seriously,
Have you seen?
obviously.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say you have seen
No.
my build.
Yeah, if you've got... Yes, we talked about it quite a bit, mate. If you've got a terrible star, you've got a terrible star. If you've got a great star, you've got a great star. And the quality, there's some really good players in PONI, and also some newer players in PONI, and that's great. That's how sometimes it should be. With the Swiss system, obviously, you will end up, you know, in rounds 3, 4, and 5 against some proper competitors. But round 1 could be absolutely anybody.
No, this is I'm enjoying this so far.
Good.
Do we hit the ball or do we just hit the chainsaw?
He's got chainsaw. Brilliant.
He got the star player chainsaw.
Ah. Not a lot of use against you. I mean, he should be trying to knock things over and use it to foul, presumably.
But he's been just running around with it. I'm been quite reluctant to actually hit it for the same reason. But since Varric could hit it with a mighty blow, it seemed worth it, right?
Yeah, he'll get it up against an elf eventually, and it'll do something fun for him.
And he do have two bribes to go with it, so it will be back.
Well, it's coming back then.
Yeah, it's coming. It's like the championship. It's coming. It's coming home.
What happened with TST? I saw you were in that, but I was still.
I killed all the orcs and got an interception to save the day. I was about to say. What do we do here?
To win the game and win the round. Yep. The only team that won round 1 in that division.
Yeah. So, and actually, besides the France team, the only team that won a round.
Wow.
The France team won all the Kings of you know with whatever.
The Kings of Tier 7 or whatever it is.
Is that good? I think it is.
Unlike 3 Dice Uphill, who said they were going to be, doing lots of 3 Dice Uphill. Oh, look, sounds like we're doing stunties, and then brought all the Tier 1 teams.
Yeah. So no,
Kings of Tier 7 lived to their name, didn't they, and brought 4 stunty builds.
And got absolutely smashed by the friends. Which is not really a surprise, because all of them have picked sensible team they're good at.
Yes,
and all
not
of
a
them
great
is
shock.
And all of them is pretty good.
Yeah.
Tasty. So the apple has been good already. I got to apple one of my block guard block oaks on a KO. That was perfect.
Marzem's either calling me or you a dickhead. I suspect it's probably me. My wife's just agreed if it's me, by the way.
Yeah. To be fair, it's Marzem. It could be anybody.
Yeah,
or everybody.
I know. He could be shouted in a mirror, couldn't he?
With the overtime, that's not there. Okay, he's just done 2 orcs. That's slightly inconvenient. but it's an interesting build. Have you seen it? So it's got 2 piling on Mighty Blow Blitzers.
Oh, really?
2 Bobs. Not. Oh, he's got Warwick down.
It's my latest. This is the thing I'm the most fond of saying this week, which is that there's times I feel so sorry for everyone on Blood Bowl 2. They're like Japanese soldiers fighting in the jungle in 1975, and no one's told them World War II is over. Piling on hasn't been a thing for 5 years, except in this one little corner of the world, and bless them, they all just think it's so brilliant. Oh, I must pile on, that's how you win games and beat people. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
There was a Chalice game earlier, and this guy, had an Orc team. I was quite glad you weren't there, because I'm trying to be more positive about things in the Chalice, but he was just horrible.
I'm not that bad. Isn't that bad?
Well, he lost to Halflings quite badly.
I was more saying I'm not. Occasionally, I don't really like to rub it in. If people do something that's silly, I say it. But I don't think I'm like. I did.
How about? Yeah, he did a 3 dice block to surf a Halfling with Wrestle, and then got 2 skulls and both down with his ball carrier. when his so he had to use his only reroll because the chef had stolen his other 2 to stop that. When his key killer, who had Juggernaut, was in range to do exactly the same 3 dice.
Okay, it sounds about like the dwarf that insisted on
jump up as a first skill.
Yeah.
He is killing you here, isn't he?
Yeah, that's fine. He's not getting anywhere though.
No, yeah, I did notice he's going backwards with the ball, which is always encouraging, isn't it?
And because my team is bigger, in all kinds of bigger and stronger, it's a bit of a problem. Should probably just blitz that goblin. Since
and
it's
in the first half, the Halflings had a key double skull fail on a tree on deep root. Meaning all they had to do was the Black Orcs had to push a fling out of the way, and then again a tackle, blodge, blitzer, get 2 die on the ball carrying fling. And sure enough, that's what he did. He used the Black Orc, pushed the ball carrier away, but unfortunately it was a 1 in 9. So again, he had to use his only reroll. So now he had no rerolls, but he could get a 2 die on the fling. Do you want to know how many other blocks he did first?
A lot.
Really a lot. Do you want to know how many other of the other pieces on the field he moved first before hitting the ball carrier?
None.
All of them.
Oh, all of them, so he couldn't pick up the ball?
Yep. So no matter what happened with the ball, it didn't matter hugely.
Oh fuck, I forgot to follow up. I was so intrigued by the story.
And then as it happened, the ball bounced into the best place for the Halflings, into the hole in the middle of the Halfling sort of destroyed cage. And of course, because he'd already done all his hits, he couldn't push anyone onto it, he couldn't bounce it anywhere. You just think, why would you do any of those awful, awful things? But there we are, Chalice qualifying team.
I really need some more of those stunt players back.
I have a feeling you'll probably be alright.
Oh yeah, probably. And if not, I don't... It's not like
Yeah,
it's really...
PONI, it's for fun, mate. It's a good fun league, full of nice people.
Yeah, it seems so. He seems nice. He did say sorry he couldn't join in voice because the wife was watching telly in the same room.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I said. I just invited him if he wanted. I'm just sitting here drinking cider anyway.
No, everyone was really nice last season, so I quite enjoyed it, despite having a star I didn't really like. So I thought, yeah, well, I'll put the adverts out, and we've scared up a few people that should, be nice to it and give it a bit more profile like this.
Yeah, and
Wolfbart, Eliod will put it in front of 100 people when he plays, presumably. Dimmy G, you, me. Yeah, that's quite a little. And Muppet Pac-Man, he streams too, so that's quite a little collection of people to, pop it out there.
Yeah, good moped. Did I get in division with moped? Who was it I got it? I think I got a division with a moped. Yeah, I did. I got Elliot and moped in mine.
I mean, congratulations to Marzen. He got to the cup, but I mean, really, that was, you know, the sort of thing that if I have a coach in 145 who's played half a dozen games, I'd have expected them to think the minute they've got a shot on the ball, they'd take it. Particularly
No.
if they've got no more re-rolls left and several other pieces, including an agility 4
Hey,
shorthands blitzer that could possibly have swept the ball up and won the game. That being sort of the point of why you played the game of Blood Bowl,
but yeah,
as well as having
I
fun.
was asking Chaz, do we have a pony local we can use when we stream?
You'd have to ask Ethelred. He's here now. He's
Yeah,
the big boss of...
that's why I'm asking it out loud again.
Oh, I see. Not really talking to me. I'll just be wallpaper there.
Do you have did you have one? We should have one. I like having one.
I'm a big fan. I mean, Rock Paper Shotgun is a cracking website anyway. I use it as one of the sites I look at if I'm, you know, investigating buying a new game or something. And Corn Knight's a lovely guy, and Ethelred seems lovely too. I had a really good time with it last season. So I thought, yeah, they were.
See,
we
exactly. We need one.
Dropped it in a few servers and said some nice things about it.
I think he's going to foul Warwick again.
Yeah, well, so he should. He's got those 2 bribes. They're not going to do him any use, not used.
I think he's down to 1 now, though. Oh,
and against orcs, having the chainsaw back isn't really that useful. So.
And he do have bait. Oh, he killed Warwick. What a shame.
Wow.
And what are you doing now?
You're losing this call.
Have you seen where the ball is?
He's
No,
got you.
he's one dicing out of it. Oh, come on. That ball carrier is placed hilarious. He needs to do more one dicing. Otherwise, I'm just hitting that ball. Or dodging. Oh, he can also dodge. Yeah, he's not failing that either.
Okay, Marzen, well, I disagree. I think if I see good play, I call it good play. If I see things that are bad, I call it bad. And if you praise bad play, I don't think you're helping anybody. If you watched the cast I did today, you would see that when I thought things were good, I said so, including from that orc coach. But there were 2 turns that were absolutely terrible, and I'm not going to say otherwise because, you know, a lot of the time I teach people how to play Blood Bowl. I'm not going to lie. I try and be as positive as I can, but if things are terrible, I will say they're terrible. I'm not going to insult the individual because I don't know the individual. I'm aware they may have nerves. I'm aware they may be, you know, struggling to control those in a pressure situation. But that doesn't make their choices better. It's not a reflection on them as a person. It's a reflection on how they chose to coach that particular turn. Yeah, absolutely, CJ. I think that's also true. I mean, we talked about that a bit. I forget if it was today's cast or yesterday, but the skills to run up in a ladder and the skills to play in an overtime format, I mean, they're not dissimilar, but there are some key differences. And in fact, Marzen, the 3 die that I told you about, I wasn't even in the game at the time. I'd gone for a quick break, and it was Seabrawls, who apparently went off on a big rant about how terrible it was. Okay, well, that's your opinion, Marzen. I mean, I think the way you coach at times is very insulting to people, but, you know, I guess we each have our differences in what we believe is good and bad behaviour. You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to mine. I play to the gallery, whereas when you zigzag into the end zone, that isn't playing to the gallery. That's just completely fine. It's not trying to embarrass people. Okay, well, as I said, you're entitled to your opinion. I disagree with you.
This is Resurrection, hence why we don't really care.
And if it's a coaching game or if I'm reviewing a replay for somebody, then I, you know, take a very different attitude to it. I also think if you're casting, you're both not trying to just describe the Blood Bowl, but also trying to entertain people that are watching it. And if you don't like it, lots of other Chalice casts are available. Please feel free to go and watch one of those.
Yeah, there's plenty of people doing it. There are different takes. And that's good. And it's just Resurrection, yeah, so no matter what happens to any of the two teams, it doesn't really matter. It's all fun.
Yeah, so they all come back for the next game. This is the build that you use not only for the 5 qualifying rounds, but then if you get into the last 16 of the playoffs, you use the same one.
And hence why I used my Apple on a KO, early KO.
Rowdy Appo. Well, you can't use it on a star anyway, could you? So Varag would have still died.
Yeah. That's fine. And he's about to do some more one-dicing and dodging. I'm just pity. I think if I keep putting pressure on, he's going to fail sooner or later. But yeah, it's a lot, and I'm not particular. Like I think even Jimmy thinks I'm hard at people sometimes, but again, I don't think I'm actually hard at the people. I'm hard at what they're doing.
Yeah, I think there's a key difference between insulting an individual and talking about a play and saying why you do or do not like it. I think that's different, but some people don't. Like I said, Marvin's entitled to his opinion. I just don't particularly agree with it.
It's weird and like internet stuff is weird. Like I've watched Martin Scorsese's play where I commented he didn't follow up to get 3 dice where he could, and I commented I thought it was sloppy, and he got all upset about it. And comparing me with Mars everyday art and stuff like that, I was just like, what? It's like you could just have followed up and having 3 dice on the next plot, not doing it. It's sloppy. I have no better word for it.
Well, I mean, I have seen a couple of casts of the Chalice where they just continuously say, oh, look, a 4. And I mean, that's what some people want. I find that incredibly tedious. I want a bit of analysis personally, but some people don't. That's fine. And there is a variety of people doing casts, so there is a variety of styles out there. It's the Priest of Nuffle Invitational, Milo, which is a sort of NAF-based tournament, and then you get a random star on top, run by the lovely Ethelred the Unready, who is in chat at this moment.
Oh, I stunned the player. I stunned the player, and I liked it. That's the wrong way with the ball. That's even more the wrong way. How do I get to that ball? Blitz. And because none of them was stunned, it's a bit bad.
Well, I don't know why, Milo. I was talking it up on my channel quite a bit and dropped it in the invite into my Discord and into a couple of others. So there was some information out about there. Yes, I was Norse last time. You may have seen me coach a couple of them on stream with Ice Pelt Hammerblow, the star that a certain Dimmy G randomly got allocated to him for this season.
Oh well. PONI Priest of Intelligence. Yeah, up, and it's 2-week deadlines. That's why I'm playing. Cause that's amazing.
And it's 5 rounds Swiss, so even though you're in a tournament, a league of 12 teams, you don't end up playing all 11 other people. You only play, although one of the leagues is 10 to make sure everyone fit in. You play them in a Swiss style. So whatever happens in the first round, if you're a winner, you'll play another winner. If you're a loser, you're likely to play someone else that lost their first round. So it's not that difficult to recover from a sort of a losing start, if you see what I mean. And because the top 4 in each of the 4 divisions go off into the playoffs, there's a reasonable chance that, even by sort of game 3, possibly even game 4, almost everyone still has a shot with the right results of getting into those playoffs.
I was about to say his dodging was quiet down, but then he dodged again. What turn are we in? Piling on! No, not. Restrain. Where are you going with the ball? I'm normally optimistic. I'm not sure I can see a safe spot to go. Yeah, he seems like he likes his dodging. It's also pretty problematic because I got the garden strings advantage. Oh, okay.
Well, you do outstrength him, so yeah, exactly. He does have to, sort of try and be the elf in this and make sure he's the mobile one.
Goblin goes back. But he's
Good evening, gentlemen.
hey! 2 evenings. Oh, stop it. Oh,
I like it. I mean, I think putting it on the goblin here is not a bad shout. It's one of the pieces that's quite capable of getting away a bit, isn't it?
yeah, and it was really the only option he had.
Yeah.
But I could really use him stop all that dodging nonsense. It's getting
Is this your pony game?
yeah, and my opponent is dodging like a elf. It's getting a bit much. That's not, but it's not right now. He's not getting them into really right squares. That's not stopping what I'm going to do, mate.
I don't know if you've noticed, Mark, but you and I are in the same league for pony.
I have.
What is it with you two? Do you just want to be in the divisions together? Is it like
we
a
just
thing?
can't. We just don't like to be
playing.
separated.
No, it doesn't mean we end up playing with it being a Swiss system, but also doesn't mean we don't. More chance than if we were in different ones.
I think we're like the married couple of Blood Bowl.
It's a bit annoying. I do need kind of to move this troll because it's actually standing a bit in the way. We'll move it back on the troll. Probably I do. No, fucking hell. Oh dear me.
Oh dear.
3+ and a 2+. Can get. Really don't want to leave that. On the other hand, he cannot really get a 1 dice. 1 dice is 2+.
There's too many orcs on the pitch.
That's quite a lot. That was really annoying though.
A few less than they started with, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have been watching the stream for a bit, but caused that Varag die.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He fouled Varag a couple of times.
I've got to be honest with you. I was in a church Zoom meeting and I was not paying attention and watching this instead at points. So. There we go. I did my bit. I played my guitar, sang my songs, and that was it.
I got the 1 dice and we can hit. Wanna go for it? Shut.
Oh.
Go away.
I got tackle. All good.
I do have tackle. That's why I did do it. Otherwise, I'm not even sure.
No. Yes.
Yes.
No.
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 I'm definitely. I did potentially dice my last opponent where I killed half his orc team with my Khemri.
Right. Okay. I did see a little bit of that as well, actually.
Yeah, not everyone can pull off a simple 2+, Milo. It takes a great deal of pure raw luck.
This was even down to just making that fucking 2+. I think I need to try it because it gives me an extra shot at trying to get the ball with no reroll.
Yeah.
He's still got a reroll, doesn't he? Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know if he's here, but even if he is, I don't care. I'm going to help. I think his best bet here is a dodge off, pick it up, and punt.
Really?
If the ball stays down that end, he's in a tough spot. He needs to throw that ball away from you.
No dice.
Oh, hang on.
Well, you see the orcs? They're taking on the orcs.
Yes, I know. What colour are you, Kay? You're green, aren't you?
I'm the lovely green here.
Right, okay.
The shiny green mean machine. Oh, he can go for it. That's insulting.
Yes, now this orc that's picking up the ball, that will not be a touchdown. That is his touchdown line. They're driving towards us.
Yeah, he's been driving against.
I'm with you.
He's
been pushed back towards his own touchdown line.
And this game is what's it called? Blood Bowl, is it?
That's the one.
Right, got you. I might give it a go.
I do kind of like this. I do fancy this green uniform, green black rowdy stripy thing.
Well, I've got to paint my Black Orcs, so I'm looking for a colour scheme for my Black Orc.
Yes, so am I. I should. I don't know for certain, but there's a box exactly the right size and shape, and I haven't asked for anything else for my birthday, which is Saturday. I'm reasonably confident that it's going to be the new boxed set.
Aw, that's good.
So I need to try and talk someone into painting up some Black Orcs and some Knob humans for me.
I've told you I'll do it for free.
Yeah, I know. I was just getting you to repeat that.
Do you like paint? Oh, I should know that. I like him different. I'm normally paying for Andy because he's easy.
AA is a fantastic painter. I mean, I've sort of got him in mind, depending how busy Mark is for the Khemri, if they ever arrive.
But you need to.
Well, I've just finished my Necro, and I think they're probably the best. Not completely finished, to be fair, but they are the best team I've painted so far.
Well, I loved the Amazons that you did for me.
Yeah, they were alright. They're even better than those.
Yeah.
I'm so chuffed with them, especially the Flesh Golem. Love them.
I've got an idea for the Khemri. I don't know if it'll work.
I think you need, at one point, you need to. I
want to
love
do the
having it
opposite. I
team.
want to do the negatives. I want to do entirely black-boned Khemri in entirely white clothing.
Oh, that would be cool. I could do that.
Wouldn't it? The exact opposite of how, you know.
I could do that, definitely.
We got it. Where's the push? There it is. Can we roll a 3+?
No, there'll have to be 3 colours, obviously, CJ. So because otherwise you can't, and based, or else you can't use them in a tournament.
And we did. Hooray!
Yeah, well done, well done.
I mean, if they could just all be completely black, I think I could probably buy some spray paint and sort that.
It was the Games Workshop ones.
The Khemri?
Yeah, no, the
Necro, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stream in a bit after Kay's done, unless he's on all night.
I'll give it probably not.
And I've got they're next to my PC, so I can actually put them on camera.
I think he's been on for most of the afternoon, or on one.
Well, he's gonna say you've been drinking a lot, haven't you?
I
Kay?
do sense a tipsy KFo, yes.
I can see his eyes. It's in his eyes.
It's good.
When his eyes are actually on camera.
Yeah, it's the way he's constantly sort of drifting off camera. I find that enthralling.
I should definitely take on my green jumper so I can be the floating head, floating in and out.
You've got a green screen, right? So how does that work? Have you just got a green sheet behind you?
Yep.
And a special camera?
No, just a normal camera, just the filter.
Oh.
If you look now, you can see. It's on the back of my chair.
Okay.
It's even easier.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Actually, it's really cool. The side of the drinking has a green apple on, and it has the right greens. So it's like you can see the picture on it. It looks pretty cool.
Do you have to have a special certain type of green?
It just you can on the filter pick the color.
If I paint some paper green,
it might work. If you just want a stationary screen, it's pretty cheap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're only about, I mean, some of the cheaper ones are only about 10, 15 quid.
Yeah, and it's pretty simple. I had, like, when I was living in my flat by myself, I just had a big, like, carpet on the back of the wall behind me. That was green. Just hang up permanently. And after I moved, now I'm sitting in the corner of the kitchen, so now I just had one I put on the back of my chair, so it's easy to get away again. Who's carrying the ball? I didn't take a miss to throw. Are we doing it? Are we having fun? Then I guess it's my goblet.
Punga have had some incredible miniatures at times. I'm not sure I remember their Necro, but I remember them doing the. They did the sort of magma orcs, didn't they? Sort of 2 different versions of tribal orcs. That I thought were really interesting.
Where's Trolls?
There's some. What did I hear a rumor about? We need to do a podcast, Dave.
We do. That would be nice. Someone was asking about the other day. When's the next?
Yeah,
one?
someone asked me about it the other day as well.
When is the next podcast?
I don't know, okay, to be honest.
See, that's pretty much what I said.
Um,
and I would have to
20
ask if Graham's up for it because last
Yeah,
I
yeah,
heard,
yeah.
he's not feeling particularly great.
Is he not great?
I can try a Scottish accent. It'll be awful.
Aye, Club Ball, that's great. I know all about it.
I never play it, but it's great.
He does know all about it, though. That's,
Mate, he is Mr. Blood Bowl.
he is. He
Yeah.
knows
He is
so
absolutely
much.
100%
Mine,
Mr.
it's
Blood Bowl.
incredible, isn't it?
I do miss a bit of Graham. What do you like?
Is it the cursed team, Marsam? You got your Punga Necro? Is that the just on Punga looking for their Necro?
Guess
See, I really want to play tonight, but I've had too much wine, and I've got a really good start with my Nurgle.
Mm.
And I don't want to ruin it. I'm too inebriated.
Let's start. Oof.
I think I've
No,
got
that looks like it's rats, doesn't it? Yeah, that's definitely rats, the cursed team. And there's an underworld team, which obviously I would imagine is underworld. I'm not finding any Punga necromantic. Oh well. But I've seen some interesting stuff from Punga, certainly.
Oh shit.
I would love some extra money to buy some more miniatures.
It's on Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, I've still got so many to paint. Well, actually, that's not true. I've got my Underworld to finish, but you know, I started them and I don't like the colour scheme.
Right.
So I've kind of fallen out with them.
Oh, I forgot something. Good shout. And I'm not used to playing Ox. Boom, boom, boom. I ain't going with this ball.
The colour scheme I've used on the Necro, Marzem, is orange and purple. It worked a treat.
Exactly, impossible lad. I kind of forgot you kind of need a friend for the orc. For the big dude. I'm so not used to playing with big guys.
No, I mean you tend not to even take a tree, do you?
Yeah, I mean CCL I do kind of do it.
I've played K with a tree.
I also like to sacrifice the tree in the playoff as soon as it makes sense.
Oh yeah, those look great. Oh yeah, that's a very nice looking. Yeah, I see why you like those. Those are beautiful.
It's
the Punga Marzam's just linked. They're really nice. I mean, the vampire team's pretty stunning too.
Oh, the pirate vampires.
Yeah,
but why does everything fucking have to be pirates? Stop it! I'm tired of pirate themed.
They probably got really popular when Total Warhammer did the Pirate Coast as a and some of these figures look a lot like Pirate Coast things.
I'm tired of pirate themed
terrible
stuff.
with vampires. So I don't bother. Although the Camry do look nice.
Yeah, that's not dissimilar to the Camry I got. Like really similar.
Did he just re-roll a landing roll of a 6?
Because certainly they had dog-headed blitzers.
Oh, those Necros. The flesh golems on those Necros are ace.
Yeah, that is a beautiful set of Necros.
That is a nice team.
Oh, this is amazing.
The thing is, it's the white. I mean, the whites aren't. The problem is the whites. The whites aren't.
The wipes.
Rates.
No, but
the wipes.
No, the wipes.
No,
the wipes are not wipes. You cannot wipe them off.
No. Too many wipes.
I guess that's the Renaissance team. I got the Grieber one. I guess the good thing slash about that team are the wipes are pretty weird on that team. They're like ghosty thingies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not sure I've seen a white yet that I really think, oh yeah, that would look nice. They
But
either
it's
look a
not
bit Caspery or they don't look like whites.
Well, the wraiths I literally have painted like a ghost. They are
Right.
white. They are white sheets.
Yeah. Dad's in a sheet on Halloween.
I don't
The
think
zombies
that
are nice on this team.
I do. But I think the aesthetic of the Games Workshop Necro team is it's very cartoony.
Yeah, I
it is.
didn't like
That's what they were
that.
going for.
They had the
See, I loved it. I thought it was really funny.
Well, I mean,
cartoons. So
I think these Marsham's ghouls they're all right. I've seen nicer ghouls, but they're all right. The bending down one I think looks really nice. The other one's all right. The werewolves are great, but lots of teams have good werewolves, but those are really nice. The proportions look good on them too. But those flesh golems are absolute stars, aren't they? They are beautiful.
They are. I really like flesh.
whoa!
I've seen some really ropey flesh golems on a couple of teams. But those are great.
Oh.
Oh dear. You sure? No, it's not a KO. Fucking hell, that's bad. One of his two black orcs just killed itself.
Oh,
Oh dear.
I did a bit of a conversion of somebody years ago asked me to make a. They gave me some marauders, and it was a Norse team, and they had a wolf. And it was just a plain wolf from something or other. And I remember thinking, well, what can I? It needs some armor. It's got to stick some armor on it. So I had a couple of Space Crusade models kicking around. So I managed to cut off one of the shoulder pads off one of those and file it down.
Cool.
And stuck that on its shoulder. It looked really good.
Oh, I could never do anything like that. I mean, I could never paint, let alone do sculpting and stuff.
When I said Space Crusade, I think I meant Space Hulk. That's what I meant.
Right.
But Space Crusade was a thing, wasn't it?
Yes. Is it not still?
I don't know.
It rings a bell, the name, certainly.
I heard that they'd re-released Hero Quest as well in the States. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Hero Quest was what got me into all this crap in the first place.
It's not. I don't think it's called that, but Dimmy G seems to have a set he's supposedly bought for his son, who's 4, and he now realises there's just no way his son's getting his hands on it at all. I don't think it's called Hero Quest, but apparently it's very, very similar.
Well, what I'm saying is, I actually think they re-released.
Oh, the original Hero Quest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe so.
That's what I heard.
Idiot.
Oh, and UK. Thank you.
Limited release.
Ah, okay.
Like the old. It's like a reprint of the old though. Like.
In fact, I've still got 2 goblins with you know how they stood with the meat cleaver above their head.
Yep.
You remember those models? So my turn counter and score counter are those models, and they've got turn and score counted on the painted on the blade.
Oh, excellent.
From many years ago.
That's cool.
I've got them. It's very nostalgic. I found my original white Blood Bowl block dice as well.
Ooh.
I was going through all my cupboards.
I
They've
just
got to be
got
worth something
my
now.
new NAF dice in this morning in a little package.
Well, see, I've been waiting for about 16 months for mine.
With my new token. I've got it's now a Argue the Call token, which is nice. I didn't have one of those, so that's added to my bag.
The new dice for the next season is coming now because it's normally turns around when it's NAFC.
Right.
So I got a lovely picture of the new dice for Friday's Raw Show.
Ah, well, I don't know when I resubbed, presumably the last time I was on the NAF site, but my dice from that have just arrived, and they are a beautiful shade of purple.
Yes, they are.
Nice.
Hey,
the chainsaw is trying something, and it works.
And I know I haven't done a tabletop for 18 months, but I still want to support the NAF, or else it'll go back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's great that the chainsaw's finally been of use. There are vindicated. It'll still be more use against lower armor stuff.
It worked. It rolled 9/9.
You're not entirely problem free here.
No, but it's all right. I'll find a way.
In fact, I think he outnumbers you, doesn't he? No, equal numbers. Okay.
Yeah. And two of these is having fun with one lineman on the opposite side of the pitch.
He's got 10. You've got 1, 2, 3,
10.
4, 5, 6. You've got 10 too. All right. Yes, that is equal numbers. I'm good at maths, me. Smart man.
2 + 2 is 4. -1 is 3. Quick maths.
This is
You know what that song was?
No idea.
Man's Not Hot.
Ah.
It was all the rage in 2018.
I might even need to. What did you?
But then I remember when Little Britain was all the rage. I never found that particularly funny.
No. Well, this was an actual proper song by a man called...
Ah.
I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, there's still proper songs? My children just come up
Big...
with these...
His name was Big Shack.
Right,
Oh, I
these
really
sort of
wanna do that.
10-second ditties they've heard some internet thing going on about.
Yeah.
I remember there was about 3 months where I couldn't stop them coming up to me and saying pineapple, apple, or apple
Pen,
pineapple.
pineapple, apple, pen.
That's right, pen,
What is-
pen
what-
pineapple, apple pen.
What is that?
That's the one. That was the one.
I remember I've got kids
Pen
too.
pineapple, apple pen.
That's it.
What the fuck is that?
Ah,
You don't wanna know.
you're
Oh.
freed from that sort of thing by not having children, Cool.
Pen, pineapple, apple, pen.
The two girls in this household, there's nothing I've heard them sing. I forgot to block the. Oh well.
Apple, pen.
What do we do then? I forgot to
Pen,
block.
pineapple, pen. Oh, I'd forgotten all about that, actually, PC. Thank you for reminding me.
Ah, I'm mentally scarred from it.
Mm,
Yeah, I now that you mention it, Ethelred, I do recall that happening. But the one Dimmy's got is something else. It's a bit more sci-fi, but it is basically sort of Hero Quest reimagined. And he's awestruck by it and thinks it's beautiful. You can play it on your own or with other people. And
There's Space Hulk. Then there
6
was
heroes.
Space Crusade. Space Crusade? I really would have to do.
I'd have to ask Dimmy what it was, but he's loving it and he's, lets his son look at it occasionally.
Yeah, I do. I had Space Crusade. I remember. Yeah, that's right. Hero Quest, Space Hulk. I've got the re-released version as well somewhere.
I had Block Wars, which was beautiful.
Why are
which
you
was a fun little
Bane,
2
whatever
to
you
4
call
player game set in 2000 AD's Judge Dredd world,
Oh, amazing! Yeah.
where you played the whole of one block taking on the whole of the next
Block
block.
Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the whole graphic novel, wasn't it? Of the 2000. It was the
Yeah.
Block Wars.
And
Which
judges
was what
could
the
turn up and arrest you all, and you could have fatties and mobs and
yeah.
pretend superheroes. Fires could break out and all sorts of. It was just fun.
What
It was
did
just
you
ludicrous
think
fun.
to the? Because I don't think we've ever touched on 2000 AZ, but together anyway.
A formative experience of mine.
Yeah, I mean, what did you think of the re-released Judge Dredd film within the block?
Oh, the one that was Carl Urban, Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
No, Dredd.
Yeah,
Judge
Dredd.
Dredd was Stallone and was awful.
Judge Dredd. Yeah, it
I really liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I quite liked even the way they dealt with Side Judge Anderson. It's not quite my take
Yeah.
on her, but I thought it was decent.
No, it's not my take on her either, but I quite liked it.
I thought it was a really solid film. I think it just got buried under The Raid, which had a really similar plot and came out at the same sort of time, didn't it?
Yeah.
So that got all the press because, of course, it was independent and very diverse. And I mean, it was great. Excellent. The Raid, don't get me wrong, The Raid is a fabulous film. But I thought
Have you
it
seen
was
the
a
second
decent.
one as well?
What?
Yeah, I thought that was okay.
Blood Bowl.
Quad
Quad Skull with a loner reroll in the middle.
Oh yeah. Make the loner re-roll just to get 2 more skulls. Well, that'll teach you for re-rolling a loner. Nuffle didn't want you to do that.
It happens, doesn't it? It happens.
No, I thought it was really good. I hoped we'd get a sequel, but Carl
Yeah,
Urban is so in demand now.
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot.
I mean, he was great on The Expanse, but then of course he landed The Boys, so that's why we haven't seen him in the latest few series of The Expanse.
And the boys. I mean, I don't.
Fabulous.
I mean, I'm a bit of a comic geek, right?
Yeah.
So.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, in that he likes comics and people think he's a geek.
I'm not actually sure both. I think both would work.
So with the boys. So what Amazon have been doing recently, just been lighting my geek world on fire in terms of going back to when they did a decent I think, a decent version of Constantine.
Yeah, I thought it was all
TV.
right.
I like that.
Certainly better than the terrible film.
Oh, yeah, the film's awful. And then Preacher.
Yeah, Preacher
Which-
I've watched through. I thought it was decent.
Which was just... What was weird was about it, because my brother's a big comic book fan as well, and I was talking to him, who was like, they can't do the storylines that are in the
No.
comic books. They just can't. And they pretty much did.
Yeah.
To a point, and I was like, that was good. And then
I mean,
The Boys.
no one can ever do the comic storylines from The Boys. That's not a thing.
No.
But they've got as close as I think television at the moment can get to that.
It was just... I just thought it was really good TV.
Yeah, I thought it was stunningly well done.
And then with
So
The
far.
Boys, I'd read... I'd bought my brother a... what's it called? Forbidden Planet subscription.
Right.
And he picked The Boys as one of the comics. And this is going like 5-6 years ago when it first just came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I read the comics after he had, and I just fell in love with it. I just thought it's just different. It's just a completely different take on superheroes.
Ooh, that's gotta
what
hurt.
goes on and all of that. I just loved it. Fell in love with it. I thought
Hang on. Yeah, I mean, I'm really interested in this, and I agree. The Boys is great TV, as long as you don't mind some very adult content. Core, what's going on? Have you fallen out with this fella?
I have no clue. Have I?
What's happened?
Lean
No,
Gary has
well, that's
suggested he's read in
hard.
the chat that someone said you're shit.
I don't think it's my chat.
No, it's in the game chat.
Oh no, it is.
You
KFoged.
are shit, and now you are death.
Oh, shit, it was, he failed to go for it. He failed to go for it. The Black Hawk got injured. He tried to apple, and the second one was dead.
Oh, so you're referring to
The player.
You're not. Yeah, you probably want to make that clear.
Full on confirmed, Lean Gary, as we've all known all along.
I think the
proper
well,
toxic,
that's house.
hateful towards other people.
I think the well, that's house was later. I don't think it was a comment straight on.
Comes to a lovely league like PONI where people are just having fun, and you know, there we are, just being awful to people. It's
calling them out and saying they are shit.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that about? Okay, I thought better of you.
Yeah, absolutely, Miles. I mean, there's things in the comic of The Boys that really don't need to be on TV. My very soon-to-be 16-year-old daughter has watched The Boys through and really enjoyed it, and lots of the stuff in there, you know, so topical, so relevant, so really nicely done. Some of the stuff in the comic, you know, we have a very open relationship. We talk about all sorts of things. I don't want to have to talk to her about that sort of stuff just yet.
No, absolutely. Because Huey, isn't it? Huey.
Yeah.
The character in the comic book is based on Simon Pegg.
It is. And the Simon Pegg's now too old, so they hired him for Huey's dad, which I thought was fabulous.
I thought that was brilliant, yeah. I thought that was really lovely.
Really nice touch. I mean, having said that, The Boys has gone pretty far at times.
Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
The one I find more challenging is my son, who's 12. He, you know, there's a few things that I've let him watch that are perhaps sort of 15 certificate, and a couple of games he plays that are 15s, but not any 18s yet. But one of his best friends, who actually has some very, I would think of them as super conservative parents, who, I mean, he's not usually allowed to watch MCU films with them, mainly because his little brother's still only 8, and I get that. But they're super conservative, very Christian. Actually, also going through an appalling and very messy divorce, and have both behaved really badly. But his father is now watching the Umbrella Academy through with him.
Wow.
Which I don't think is right for my 12-year-old to watch. Frankly, there's just too much sex and drugs.
Yeah, I let my 17-year-old watch it.
Yeah, I mean, Amelia watched it. She's 15.
Yeah, and that's
nearly,
it.
you know,
I wouldn't let anybody else into that.
In the 15, 16 school years, so, you know, most of our friends are 16. And I think that was all right to watch the Umbrella Academy, but...
I really enjoyed that too.
Yeah, I thought it was well done too.
Yeah, it was good. I really liked it as well.
I'm not sure my 12-year-old is ready for it.
Let's bang it in as a true banger.
I'd say no. And he's a bit bemused, because like I said, his friend isn't allowed to watch Thor Ragnarok, but is allowed to watch the Umbrella Academy. I just think that's really the wrong way round, but there we are. Did I voice the Slash hurt, yes, Andy Real. Yes, the slash hurt comes from obviously the. Yeah, Marsam, absolutely. I'd love to be a fly on the wall during that moment. Yes, Andy, that's Krista. We had to drop that sound effect from Fumble because it turned out that the sample that was being used by Fumble was copyrighted, and obviously
Oh,
Krista
it was from Evil Dead, wasn't it?
Yeah, doesn't want to take that risk. But the community was very unhappy that it was gone. It was one of the favourites.
Because it's amazing.
So I did volunteer that if Krista wanted me to, I could re-record it, and therefore, you know, it's only some words. I can say them, and then I have the copyright, not anybody else.
I don't know if you are an Evil Dead fan, but
Huge.
Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Certainly worth watching.
Silly fun.
Exactly, silly fun. I didn't think it was brilliant. I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
I'd give it, solid 6 to 7 out of 10.
What else did I watch?
So yes, I re-recorded it, sent it over to Krista, and yes, that is the current sound effect in use on Fumble. It is me saying, "Ooh, that's got to hurt."
Yes.
But obviously, with some acting, I did a bit of graphic equalizing and just a tiny bit of playing around with it before I sent it over to him. And then, very flatteringly, he says about 100th of a second out. But other than that, didn't feel there was anything he wanted to do to it. So
happy days.
I was
CJ Blackburn. It is good. It is a good town. CJ Blackburn. That is an interesting point you make because it's been one of the things I've been tussling with my son, who's 12, and all of his friends play GTA.
Yeah.
I haven't let him, and just because I've played GTA.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy's here. We need a.
I think there are. Cursed City. Thank you, Dimmy. Yeah, Mark, look up Cursed City. That's the one that Dimmy G's raving about and playing. Well, claims that he bought to play with his son, but his son will never get to touch it. Thank you, Dimmy. I appreciate that a lot, mate.
I tell you what I used to play a lot of as well is Zombies, which is like a tile map builder thing as you go.
Marzem, I indeed had a very famous birthday party when I was about 13.
Oh, it's Age of Sigmar, right?
I showed the first 2 18-year-old videos to my lads, friends, and the girls that we invited to that party, and I was a legend socially for a couple of years for it. And so yes, there are some 18s I would let my son maybe watch, but I'd have to think about each one on a case-by-case basis. Where I have to, if he wants to do a 15. As long as he tells me about it, I'm happy for him to.
Yeah, you definitely watch it first.
I think it was harder back in the day, though, because you had to find the video and then find something to play it on, and it's not like your phone where you can sneakily look at it, is it? You have to watch it on TV. I remember trying to watch Faces of Death 4.
Yep. Yeah, this was all VHSs back when I was that age, of course.
Same here.
But nowadays with streaming content, also I think some of just what we've expected from an 18 has really changed. I mean, Highlander, for example, I watched through with my son the other day, and there's nothing in that isn't okay for him to watch at 12. It's fine.
So we kind of need to block that one, to tag that one.
Yeah, I think that's spot on, Rolex. I think that was what most of us used. That these are Santa's helpers, that they're there, helping Santa, the real Santa.
But he's so busy.
Wow, yeah. Well, those were the days, weren't they?
Marsam, I remember that. I remember the guy coming to our house and my dad going, right, let him in, and we used to come in with like a folder of sleeves in plastic wallets. You'd go through the sleeves, say what you wanted, and then you'd walk out to the car with him, and he would go through the boot of his car and find the video for you.
Look at that, Mr. Troll.
People wonder why Blockbusters made money.
I've just had a brilliant memory. Thank you very much for that. I've forgotten all about that.
Can it, CJ? I mean, the first 2 or 3 that were just top-down, silly, cartoonish fun, I think that's probably true. In fact, there's one of those that I've still got, and I think it's a Game Boy. I think it was only released on the Game Boy. Something about, or maybe DS, maybe.
Was it from the over the top?
Yeah.
Over top, and you could run the line of Hare Krishnas over, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Which was about the worst thing you could do in it.
Yeah.
But then when it went all 3D and whizzy, you've always been able to beat people up and steal their money and do horrible things with prostitutes and just shoot
Well,
people
and
in
that
the
was
head
one of the
from
things. That's
miles away.
the way you get health back is you get a prostitute in your car.
Is it? It's been a while since I've
What
played
the
one.
fuck
To
are
be
you talking about?
honest. The Grand Theft Auto series, core,
Oh,
not the real world.
I haven't played
I-
that since the first game version of it.
Yes, I mean, I think I had the Brit one, the one that was set in London, which was definitely still top down.
Oh yeah.
I
And
had
then
the
maybe a
way first one.
Chinatown one or something, which I think was the one that was on DS only.
I had only
But as soon as
PC.
they went 3D, I mean, I really
No,
liked the
I
one that
hate that. It's the same.
set
Well,
in the
Marsden,
90s in
that-
Compton or whatever it was. I thought that was great storytelling, but not suitable for kids.
What's
Oh.
that? Straight out of Compton.
Grand Theft Auto, I
Oh.
don't recall which one.
Well, Marsden's sentence pretty much explains why he's here watching K. Anyway.
Oh wow, cool. That is, yes, that's a very unique backstory.
It is. Yeah.
Don't you end up a superhero fighting crime or something with that as a backstory, isn't that?
Yeah.
When Eric eats banana.
Or in a fantastic novel by the much missed Ian M. Banks. Or Ian Banks when he's writing Gothic novels, obviously. One of the greatest voices of the late 20th century, in my mind.
Oh, I'm still deciding whether I should play or not. I don't think I should. I think I should go to bed.
What?
Okay.
I didn't go to bed until about 2 o'clock in the morning yesterday because I was watching Below Deck on Netflix. I'm addicted.
That's about
Is that the one where they're the
Did he just?
poor people on boats serving the rich people?
Yeah. But I watched a couple of seasons of it a while ago and I
Right.
loved it. And there's more seasons on it. And I'm like, absolutely
Oh, for fuck's
100%.
sake, why is going there?
Oh,
Stupid
I've got
girl.
an interesting older cousin who's nearly 10 years older than me. And when she left university, she moved to Africa and became a social worker in Africa. Had a brief marriage there that didn't work and may well have been about getting him a green card to get into the UK. We're never sure. Then she moved to the Caribbean as a dive instructor and worked there until her mid-40s. And fell in love with a deckhand that had, spent his time until his mid-40s travelling the world as a crew on rich people's yachts. And he had a great time. He loved sailing. He'd lived a lot of his dreams doing it. But, at 45, he looked around and realised he had nothing. Literally, he had a duffel bag on his shoulder.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Yeah, Love, Death and Robots season 1 was very, very good.
See, I
think
didn't
season
get on
2
with
can
it.
be good too. Didn't you? It's
No.
great anime, really interesting stories. What's not to love?
I just didn't.
I loved Rob. Oh yeah.
Didn't float my boat. I can't tell you why. Just I got through a few episodes and I was like, meh.
Well, I know. Really enjoyed them.
I'm not saying it's bad. I just say it's not my cup of tea.
Sure. It didn't change my world. I just thought it was a good example of that sort of thing, and it was nice that Netflix was funding it and doing it.
I think it's a bit like Black Mirror in a sense. In terms of, I think some episodes I absolutely adored of Black Mirror, but
Right.
some episodes I just thought I'll take it
Not-
or leave it.
Not much of an anthology fan, then. You prefer an ongoing narrative, do you?
Not really, because in terms of I love horror anthology.
Right.
I watch it. Well, you'll know I watch a lot of that in terms of
Yes.
some of the films I watch on Amazon. Yes, I have.
I didn't know that was happening. Kevin
Right.
Smith rebooting He-Man.
Yeah,
Wow.
Marsden. I mean, I don't know. I think if anybody I could say was somebody who I really admire is Kevin Smith. Love his movies. Love his podcasts. Seen him in real life twice.
I'd say I do have a lot of time for him. I think he's a smart and interesting
Yeah,
figure.
man, it's just I mean, I couldn't even tell you, like, even going deep dive into his films like Red State. If you've never seen Red State, oh, it's amazing. Love Red State. Yeah, massive Kevin Smith fan on that. No,
My
I have no clue
my
who it is.
aforementioned daughter has got very into the reboot of She-Ra.
oh, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the He-Man one. Kevin Smith, what do you know, Kay? Have you seen a film called, what's probably his best one? Jersey Girl. Oh, he's
You're
gone.
picking that as his best one. I mean, it
No,
maybe
no,
is
no,
most
no, no. I didn't say
commercial, but
best. No, I didn't say best one. I said most
wow.
well known.
Because I was going to say we can have a big, long verbal fight about that.
Oh no, I don't think it's his best one by any means. But what is your best? What is your favourite Kevin Smith?
Favorite? Oh, that's tough. I mean, Dogma I thought was hilarious. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
Dogma
it.
was good. Mallrats is a classic. Clerks is a classic.
Yeah.
Zack and Miri.
Yeah. I mean, yes, but it kind of. I thought the joke got a bit old a bit quick.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's still funny though.
Yes. I mean, I would put Chasing Amy above it.
Chasing Amy. I love Chasing Amy.
But I do think Red State's very, very good and might be right up there.
Red State. I mean, and also it's got Ralph Garman in it, who I love as well. I think Ralph Garman's brilliant.
I just realized I got an extra Rarak. One of my Black Ops is apparently called Rarak. Cockliver.
Ah, popular name in the orc community.
It is.
What do we do now?
There was the one he did with Bruce Willis as well. Cop Out, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Plus.
wasn't a huge fan of that. I mean, I think
Well,
he's
no,
very.
it was terrible. Even he says, even Kevin Smith on his podcast said Cop Out was terrible, and that he fell out with Bruce Willis. He just thought, he goes on and on about how he thought Bruce Willis was a dick.
Lots of people think that about Bruce Willis,
Yeah.
which is a shame because he's at times been, I mean, I'm a big Wes Anderson fan. He's done some great work for him. I mean, he can really act when he sort of bothers to turn up and do some acting. But that seems increasingly rare. Sometimes he just seems to want to get paid, which is fair. People want to get paid.
Absolutely. Sorry, Kay. I know we're garbling on about movies and all sorts.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm just winning, so who cares?
Yeah, I spotted that. That's when I lost interest.
Not particularly. Got 3 plus 3 plus 2.
Considering that it looked a bit sketchy at one point as to whether you were going to get to 1-0, the fact that you very quickly got there to 2-0, and now there's a reasonable shot at 3-0, has been a bit depressing for your opponent, I'd imagine.
He has taken off all the players. Has gone off. Oh, boo.
Yeah. Boo. Kevin Smith did an analogy film. Well, he was part of an analogy. It's a Halloween one, and it's got his daughter in it. Who was also. Have you seen Yoga Hosers?
No.
Yoga Hosers is good. And have you seen Tusk?
Shut up,
I
Muppet.
haven't seen Tusk, and I really want to. That
Right,
is right
Tusk.
on my list of things I really need to watch at some
Don't
point.
be a Muppet.
So, I don't know whether you know the story of Tusk.
It is.
It came out.
Yeah, it is res format, so they're all coming back.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And as I said, if you lose in the first round, whilst it's a problem, it's not a huge problem because it's 5 rounds resurrection. So 5 rounds Swiss. So if you lose in the first round, you'll be up against someone else that's not had a particularly enjoyable first round, and hence a really good chance that you can get that back.
I hope you had it
Because
enjoyable.
4 out of each league get promoted into the playoffs. Even if you lose, say, the first 2, or 2 losses and a draw out of the first 3, 2 good results at that point can still put you right back on it to perhaps scrape into that 4th spot and get into the playoffs. So hope springs eternal for everyone in Pony. It's one of the nice things about the format. I do like a bit of Swiss me. I think it's a really nice way to keep people included and playing the game.
Which team are you scared of? It's piling on team with a chainsaw or my strength and guard team.
I mean, I think your team's very well built.
It maybe have too many players, but...
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that when you were building it.
But it's actually been fine here. I'm needing
Yeah,
them.
I mean, it also means in other matches, you'll have foul options if you really want them.
Yeah, and the bribe is too expensive. That's not. It's better having 2 players
Yeah.
than a bribe.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, as long as you can deal with having one less on the field, and you can.
I may regret taking block on the 2. I might have wanted 4 guard on all 4 Blackhawks actually. But on the other hand, having that much block strength 4, I should be getting away with only having 2 guards.
I don't think it's a good idea if I play tonight.
Well, I was very worried about facing the Death Roller in the Streamers League, Muppet, but in the end, I sort of managed to deal with it all right. I was very lucky that the one turn it really could have just done a 2+ and smashed the ball carrier. He filled that square with a dwarf rather nicely. I think 1 minute and dwarves wasn't necessarily something Mr. Page has a lot of experience necessarily of either. So I think that helped there. Otherwise, the first half could have gone even more wrong than it went.
Oh, he managed to kill 1 more of his own as the last action. That's hilarious. I didn't make a single casualty in this game. He made all his own casualties.
Well, there you are, your first pony game.
How was that?
That's good fun. I enjoyed that.
I don't think our league hasn't started yet, has it?
No, I think there's still a couple of people to take tickets.
One of them. So